From the Woodshed, a casual conversation with Chase Morrill and Ryan Eldridge from Kennebec Cabin Company, the team that inspired the hit show Maine Cabin Masters. From the Woodshed is brought to you by Nelma. See the stamp, trust the quality. By Hero Media Arts, connecting small business with new customers. And by Hammond Lumber, your building project partner. Now, from the Woodshed Studios at KCC headquarters in Manchester, Maine, it's Chase and Ryan.
From the Woodshed, I'm Chase Morrill. With me, as always, Ryan Eldridge. And
Hi,
joining us today is Jen Reese.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Jen. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Good. Nice to see you.
Maggie is busy at her last ski race of the season, so
You're stuck with me again.
stuck with Jen, and hopefully Maggie's kicking butt on the slopes.
I'd much rather be with Maggie. No offense, guys.
So we're here to talk about all things Maine, all things cabins, all things Maine cabin related. You can find us at KennebecCabinCompany.com, MaineCabinMasters.com, Facebook, Instagram, our YouTube page. Our guest today is Julene Gervais. She is the producer, host of Greenlight Maine College Edition, and a new show, Elevating Voices. We got to thank our sponsors, Nelma, Nelma.org, EasternWhitePine.org, SprucePineFur.org, HeroMediaArts.com, Hammond Lumber Company, the official building materials supplier of Kennebec Cabin Company. And turn the page.
We've been giving them a run. We've been going through some pine lately. The lifts of pine are going out the door.
Yes, they are.
We've had at least 6 to 8 to your mom's house.
Yeah.
We got to keep, every year I was like, we're going to keep track, and we never do.
Yeah.
We definitely broke 100 a couple times.
I mean, you think about it. If you average 4 to 5 lifts, probably 1,000 square feet per lift.
Per camp.
Per camp. It adds up.
It's a lot.
Yep. We love our Eastern White Pine.
But we also promote planting new trees, too. I felt really bad for a minute. We killed all those trees. But this is progressive growth. You plant new ones. 20-year-old Ryan wouldn't have liked that.
It's a renewable resource.
Yes.
It's a local product. It's great.
And it fuels the economy.
Yeah.
Keeps our budgets low.
But spring is in the air. Ish.
If you're on the south side of something with no wind, it's spring.
Yep.
But this is the time of year where the job site can actually change 20 degrees from north side to south side or east to west.
Yeah, for sure.
And all winter long, we always have 3 or 4 job sites going. There's always that one job site. Like you and I bounce them all. There's always one I'm like, I feel so bad for those guys because that's the worst one. Then you go to the other one, they might have the T-shirts on and one layer. You go to another one, they're bundled up, can't bend over.
Yeah.
That's
I know who had it the best this season, but we won't tell anybody that.
No, we don't. Figure it out yourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, what else is...
The Woodshed's everything is good. The Woodshed's going well. We're having fun with that. We're going to take advantage of the nice weather if we can here and there. Hopefully we get a little more snow for the snowmobilers.
Yeah. We're definitely going to get more snow.
It's totally that time of year where you're like, I'm ready for spring, then you get another snowstorm, and then you get another storm, and then it freezes back up.
Yeah. It starts lulling into that sense of, it's coming. Snow melts fast, but whammo, blammo.
Just like that.
Yeah.
And what else? We're looking for musicians, right? Where can they send that if you want to play at the Woodshed or be considered?
So they can email me directly, jreese, like the peanut butter cup, at mainecabinmasters.com.
Did you see the peanut butter cups now offering one without chocolate?
No.
You ever seen that commercial?
What?
Yep.
It's not on the inside or something?
No,
So it's just peanut butter?
It's just peanut butter, but it looks, they must color it differently. It's weird.
How do they hold it all together?
And it looks just like when they did a cross section, but it's
Where do you find them?
at your local retailer.
I was trying to find a peanut butter cup the other day, and I couldn't find one that didn't have pretzels or they put all this
Just
other
a good
stuff
old-
in it now.
Oh, good old Reese is my favorite.
That's your favorite candy?
Or peanut M&Ms. What's yours?
I think the Rollo.
A roll. Oh,
I love Rollos.
what's yours?
Reese's, for sure. I have to.
So Ash and I are doing new, and we're trying to watch what we eat. But I just crave peanut butter. And it tastes so good now.
What, peanut butter's not good for you?
It is, but it's high in calories. Everything in moderation, Chase.
It's definitely a red food.
Oh, it's totally red, but just big scoop of that. Oh, it tastes so good. Now I'm hungry. We're talking about food. We're not a food show.
No. Sarah bought a peanut butter and a Fluffernutter beer the other night.
How was it?
It was all right. It was It was a Fluffernutter Stout. I can't remember who made it. It was a Maine company, but
Beers these days are just, I don't know what's crazy. Beer types of marijuana names. That's a close one.
yeah. And then I saw Shipyard just came out with a THC beer.
Oh, I saw that. Non-alcoholic, right? Is it not or not?
No alcohol.
But THC.
Yeah, it's the pumpkin head.
Wait, no alcohol but THC?
Yeah, so it gets you stoned, but it doesn't get you drunk.
You're getting a buzz one way or the other. Does that count for dry January? That's a good way to get through dry January. Be stoned as hell. There were no Shipyard THC pumpkin heads consumed during this broadcast.
There were not. There were not.
We'll drink some good old Baxters here in a little bit.
Yeah. Oh man.
What's the world coming to?
Yeah.
What else? Oh, the retail store is getting a little bit of change up, right, for the spring?
Yep. Getting that place fixed up.
We're planning the next round of cabins. Keep sending them in.
Yeah.
We're just cruising through.
Yeah.
Life as we know it, just hoping to see the end of this crazy pandemic and back to normal.
Excited for spring skiing.
Yeah. Well, we got a big day coming up. We're all planning to go to Saddleback.
Yes.
We're gonna bring everyone. Doug's gonna go. Rodney's crew, like everyone.
Oh, good.
And I said, even if you don't ski, you can snowshoe or just hang out in the bar.
Yeah.
And we're still in need of project pointers.
Yes.
Those videos, and a new thing we're doing with frequent fan questions. Jen and I decided it's gonna be random Ryan questions, but there's too many of them, and you have too many good answers. So we'll all be doing answering questions and put it on our YouTube channel.
Yeah. Keep checking in for new content, new videos, above and beyond the podcast, above and beyond the show. The shows, we've got a few more episodes airing, and then we've got more episodes working on.
Sometimes, yeah.
Things are going well.
Yeah, and we don't know why the network did that break. We'll never know.
Nope. Choices above and beyond us.
How many times have you answered that question?
I don't know. A lot.
A lot. That's all good. Part of the deal.
That's right. Every good thing is worth a little wait.
Exactly.
Cool. Well, we will be right back with our guest today, Julene Gervais.
And today we have a special Hero Media video. It's actually Hero Media introduced a new Hero Media network. So check this out. Big cool changes, and we'll see you after this.
Hi, I'm Dean from Hero Media Arts. We've enjoyed sharing our hero videos every week on From the Woodshed, and I'm excited to announce an expanded new venture called the Hero Media Network. We've gathered all of our heroes in one place, on a platform that highlights inspired small businesses and artists, telling authentic stories that make a real emotional connection with fans and new potential customers. Hero Media Network combines the essential marketing tools of compelling video and targeted social media into a unique opportunity to share your inspiration with an online audience. Your permanent profile page, where you can place your message and other web links, becomes even more valuable over time as new visitors discover your work and your story. Beyond the business value, we believe the Hero Network is a place where we can really see our neighbors, a kind of digital Main Street that conveys an authenticity that we're all searching for these days. Visit HeroMediaNetwork.com to see how we can help grow your business and to meet some of the dedicated, hardworking people in our communities. Thanks.
And we are back with Julene Gervais. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys for having me on today. It is so good to see you both.
Yeah, it's been about, I was a guest judge on Greenlight Maine about a year
Couple years ago.
No, I think it was last year. I can't remember.
Time's been flying.
I know. I think it was the year before last, right?
Yeah, you're probably right. It was definitely before COVID
season
and all that
4.
stuff.
Nice to see you again. Now let's get to the important questions. Would you like a virtual coffee, water, or beer today, or drink of your choice?
Well, of course. I'm drinking wine today. I don't know about you guys.
Well, we're having this is brought to us by Baxter Brewing. So today we're going to have the Maine Hudson Trails MHT Hoppy Lager. This is a really hoppy, great beer. And the cool thing about this beer is 10% of the proceeds go to the Maine Hudson Trails. And as you know, being a sugar loafer, they have 4 really cool lodges with a trail system scattered throughout the Western Maine mountains. And, it goes from one clear to the next. And, it's for mountain biking in the summer and the winter, cross country skiing. So yeah, it's a really great program, and check out more if listeners want to know more on the website. But yeah, we're gonna have a hoppy lager. There you are, my friend.
Hey, thank you. So, Julene, you're the host of Greenlight Maine. So let's just start talking about that and how long Greenlight Maine has been going on, what it is, and kind of how it got started.
Yeah, sure. So we are currently in season 6, just like you guys.
Yes, season 6.
And-
Nice.
Yep, that's how I remember
Congratulations.
you guys are in season 6. And it is a collaboration of all kinds of different businesses, public and private sector, to shine a spotlight on entrepreneurism and innovation and startups in Maine. And it really, it's gone beyond everything that we expected it to be. It has really been such a successful program, so much more, than what you see on TV, so much going on behind the scenes, like as far as networking with the judges and companies, and the entrepreneurs have such a camaraderie. So it's amazing, really. And now we have the college series,
Right.
Nice.
which we started 2 seasons ago. And we've had as many as 8 schools participate. So it's been great. Yeah.
And how did it all get started?
Well, the brain power behind it is Con Fulham. I don't know if you guys know Con.
I don't.
So he is, he is a world-renowned musician. He lived in Nashville. He's been a musician his entire life, and he has Pisintu, which is the girls' choir in Portland, and they're just girls that are from all around the world. And he's just done an amazing job with them, just bringing them to DC and just doing all kinds of different performances. But he creates different shows and different platforms and series, and this was one of his ideas. So between Con, Brian Corcoran, Nat Thompson, who's the other executive producer, and our director, Chris Bridges, and myself. And then, for years, we were at Hudson University using all their instructors in their studio. And now this year, this is it. We're all virtual.
Live from the living room.
So this is the set right now. And I did add that Maine is from your store.
Oh, cool.
The big one.
Nice.
I got that from you guys.
Oh, the sea glass. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Now-
So we hope to be back, in the studio next season. And now we are on Maine Public. So we'll be going to their studio.
Oh, congratulations. Now, Chase, you went up
Yeah.
to Hudson, right, when you were a guest?
Yeah, it was up to Hudson, and it was a camping outdoor gear episode.
And it's just like the same premise as Shark Tank, right? You have some inventors, entrepreneurs, and they come up, and then you have some expert guests, like main guests. Who else was the guest judge with you?
Oh, geez, I don't remember.
I think that day it was Jack Cashman. And
yes, that's
was it
right.
Meredith?
I believe so, yes. Boy, good memory.
And you know why I remember that day so well is because it's the only time in the history of the show that the other company could not make it. They got into a car accident.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Made
we
our
had
decision
to
really easy.
we had Chase on the set talking about his whole life story for about 10 minutes. So we had to fill all this extra time.
That's right.
What a
But you
great,
did a great job.
Thanks.
what a great concept, though, because it promotes Maine businesses and really gives these small Maine companies a really good starting point. What are some of the most unique things you've seen?
Wow. There's so many but one that jumps out at me is the mousetrap guy. And it's so funny because, as much as he is an entrepreneur, he was a, what's that called when you call somebody to come out and catch squirrels, and a trapper, I guess.
Yeah.
So he was doing that for his life's work, and he saw the need to invent this recyclable mousetrap where you can just, instead of undoing, this is getting gross. I'm so sorry.
It's life.
It's undoing the trap. You can take the recyclable box and throw it away and not have to see
Deal with it.
the mouse. So yeah.
Humane for the owner
that
as
was
well.
a different one.
Absolutely. So are you guys currently filming this season 6 right now?
Yes. So, so the last regular season episode is tonight, and then next week starts the college season. We are all like finished taping with that. However, we are taping now our new series called Elevating Voices, which is going to begin after the college season ends, but before the two finales.
Now tell us about Elevated Voices. Is that a singing competition or?
No, this is a spinoff series,
I was going to
and I
sign
have
up.
to give credit to Bangor Savings Bank because Isla Dickerson, who is the VP of Marketing, Community, and Public Relations, is really the brainchild behind this. It's her creative vision. She, wanted to do this, approached us about doing it, and we are elevating all different BIPOC, Black, Indigenous people of color, all different kinds of diverse backgrounds in Maine to show that, we all know that Maine is one of the whitest states, if not the whitest. But if you look, there really is diversity going on here, especially in Southern Maine, especially Portland, Lewiston. And what people don't know is it's important from like the diversity, equity, inclusion piece of all this, but it's also important because when people are looking to take a job in Maine, whether it's at, IDEX or Maine Health or Jackson Labs or anywhere, and they're from a diverse background, they might not come here because they might not feel comfortable. Maine loses, put it that way, to like places like Boston and New York and Texas. But if we can show the world what is really here and that there is different cultures and different restaurants and things like that, then they will come here. And that is what we will show. Yeah. So we are spotlighting 12 different entrepreneurs with all diverse backgrounds. And it's been really, really cool and just amazing people with amazing stories.
Nice. Very nice. And so are those like half-hour episodes, or is it like, is it their channel? Is that going to be a PBS as well?
Yes. So 30-minute episodes. We will feature 2 entrepreneurs each episode.
Yep.
So there'll be 6 of them. And then Bangor Savings Bank, this is not a competition. So Bangor Savings Bank is awarding each of them $5,000 to invest in their companies.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
Yes, and I will have a co-host. Her name is Aileen Sistone, and I was introduced to her by DECD Commissioner Heather Johnson and Charlotte Mace introduced me to Aileen like long before this show ever came to be. I was meeting with them and we were talking about how do we get more entrepreneurs on the show of diverse backgrounds, like well over, I think that was almost 2 years ago now. So that's the other benefit, that hopefully a lot of these people will feel comfortable to apply to the show.
Nice.
Awesome. Now, you've always had a background in TV and reporting and whatnot, or are you new to this?
No, that's how I came to Maine.
Yeah.
I got a job at WAGM in Presque Isle.
Because you're a Southern girl, is that correct?
I am, as far as Massachusetts.
Oh, all the way to Presque Isle. I mean, that's a long ways from Presque Isle, right?
That's right. No, so my first TV job was in Wilmington, North Carolina at WECT, the NBC affiliate. So I was there. And I know that's not far south, but, south for me and probably you guys too. So then I went up to Presque Isle. I was there a few years. I got a job in Bangor at News Center. Then went to WGME for a while, CBS here in Portland, and then moved back because I met George, my husband, while I was working in Bangor. So moved back there for like 15 years, and now we live in North Yarmouth. Yep.
Oh, nice.
All over the state.
Yeah, I heard we have a mutual 9-year-old friend from that area.
Oh, really?
Fiona Shea.
Oh my goodness! Yes,
She's a good
Love
little friend,
Fiona.
my little buddy, and her parents saw that you got on my social media, so we wanted to say hi. Yeah,
Nice.
sweet little girl.
Yes, she is.
So how do people apply to be on Greenlight Maine?
They can go to our website at greenlightmaine.com and, you can just fill it out right there. You can just send a message to our Facebook page. There's lots of different ways to do it. And we're always taking submissions throughout the year. Like we put a call to action out usually around May or June for the following season, but really anytime.
And can it be any level? I mean, is there criteria about the level that your product or company has been developed, or is it,
Can it be an idea?
Can it be an idea, or can it be an established company that's already?
No, it
running?
can definitely be an idea. In fact, we encourage that because a lot of people don't want to apply because they don't feel like they're established. But that's the way to get your name out there. That's the way to network, to meet people, to find out what kind of, programs that can help you to, maybe get hooked up with SCORE and get a mentor. There's so many reasons why you should and, don't feel like you're not ready.
Yeah. And it's almost like, well, like you said, like Shark Tank, where even if you're not the winner, just being on the show, getting the exposure, networking, you're winning just getting yourself out there and getting your product, visible to across the state.
That's a great point. I mean, for some of the companies that have been on, like even when you lose, you still win because I always say like one company, for example, is Good to Go. They didn't win the prize money, but they ended up getting an enormous amount of money to invest into their company. So, there's always, people watching, a lot of venture capitalists, vet people. They just even go to our YouTube channel and start watching different companies just to see who they want to invest in. So it's a win-win for everybody. And you can also come back. I mean, we had a rule that if you made it to the semifinals that you couldn't come back again, but things are always changing. And like this season, we did an all-star series. So we opened it up to anybody who had been on the show in the last 5 seasons to come back for season 6. And it's just been, unbelievable. I always say I'm glad I'm not a judge because with each episode, it could go either way. Because these are established companies this year and everybody is so worthy of the prize money.
Interesting.
And what is the prize again?
Well, it has been $100,000 every season. However, with COVID and pivoting this year, I really don't even know what it is. I think it's somewhere around 60,000. However, we are dividing it up between the top 3 finalists because that was another piece that we always felt bad about. Like you get to 3 finalists, they go to the finale, and then the winner walks away with 100,000 and the other 2 get nothing. So we thought we needed to spread the love.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. And then the college series, it was 25,000, but they're dividing that up too this year.
Nice. Very nice.
Well, like you said, just the experience of being on there and networking, is very valuable. And Maine has a lot of programs that, I went to write a business plan about a restaurant, and I didn't realize all these programs I had. And I went to this place in Wiscasset. I wish I could remember the name of it, but a really cool nonprofit down there. And they helped me. Then I went to Augusta with a small business, and they had a guy work with us. Maine has a lot of great programs to promote small businesses.
Yeah, there's so many. It almost gets to the point of overwhelming. And that's why another reason to come on the show, because we do sort of say, you really should go talk to DECD or MTI or, we always kind of point them in the right direction and connect them based on what their needs are.
And so through the entire, if a candidate or a contestant, whatever you want to call them, how many times do they present, because they go through the, they get to the semifinals. Are they honing their presentation as well along the way, or is it the same? Because I was only there for one.
Is it like an NCAA bracket where they're going, or is it just a round robin?
No, that's a great question. Yeah. So they send us a video pitch, and it doesn't have to be fancy. You can do it on your phone. And then they would come pitch live in the studio. And then after that, there's a day that it's like the semifinal pitch off competition. It's completely off camera, and they would pitch again to another panel. And from that, they would go to the finals. So I guess there is potential of pitching 4 times. However, this season's been a little bit different. So we had everybody just send in their video pitch, and then we played that for the judges, and they were on Zoom answering questions.
Gotcha.
And then our director, he's doing the job of 5 people. God love him, Chris. He's taking different recordings from the Zoom and editing it all together with graphics for the show to make it look good.
Nice.
So
But I mean,
big
even,
shout out to Chris Bridges.
yeah,
Way to go, Chris.
yeah. But even that piece of it, I mean, just being able to hone your pitch and
Practice makes
practice, get the important stuff in there. I mean, even that's such a huge benefit to these companies trying to, market their products.
And adapting in a pandemic. We're people don't realize, but you're always learning, and that there are some unique lessons to be learned.
Absolutely. I mean, it's amazing how, like, I have noticed the ones that have come back, it's like watching a different person because they've pitched so many times, and they've kind of got the hang of it of like, you don't really need to tell your entire story. Just get like the bullet points out. Like, like I always say, do not memorize your script because, like start looking up and you forget it. And then, we have to like, we don't make anybody look bad, but we'll start over. But the thing is that all your information is going to come out when the judges start asking you questions. And they ask the questions both on camera and off camera. So there's plenty of time for people to get their story out.
Nice. Now, have you seen in this season, many companies that are geared towards the pandemic or made change, because I mean, everything's changing so rapidly. Are those?
Yes. I think everybody has made the ultimate pivot to just keep going. I mean, if it's a restaurant, they've had to go to like maybe like a delivery service, an online, e-market type thing. Some of them have actually profited greatly by the switch. So it's very strange. It's just a very strange economy right now because where some
really
businesses are dying, the other ones are profiting, and you feel like really great for some, but it's not fair in a way. Like, I feel terrible for anybody who's in the hospitality and restaurant business because there's only so much PPP money and it's only going to last for so long, and things really need to take a turn for them. So I know like all eyes are on this summer season because if it doesn't come back, I mean, this whole industry is going to look so different no matter what when this is over. Yeah. As you guys know, I mean, already so many people haven't made it through, which is the sad part.
Yep.
Keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, for everybody.
Yeah, support local as much as you can. And, of course, you have to be safe while you're doing it. But we always say support local, but there's never been a time that it's more important than right now.
For sure. Now, do you have to be a Maine company to be on the show?
You do. I mean, this is all about, driving and building Maine's economy and creating jobs and investing in Maine. So, yeah, I mean, it would be like the goal, the vision is to get this outside of Maine. Well, keep it in here to produce it, but draw people like a Greenlight New England.
Right.
Really get some exposure outside of the state. I mean, that's how Maine really wins, and people are finding out about us. Like, I hear all the time from our partners that say, oh, I had somebody from the UK call and they saw a company on YouTube and they want to invest in them. So
that's great.
It is starting to get out there outside of Maine that what we're doing here is a great thing. And there's not too many, I mean, we've looked, there's not too many states doing this kind of thing, especially on this kind of platform. I mean, I know there's always pitch competitions happening everywhere, but like to this level, we haven't really found too many.
Nice.
Maine's cutting edge, leading the nation once again. As Maine goes, so goes the nation, right?
I know. I mean, you guys have done so much for this state.
And I'm going to support another Maine business right here.
There you go. And I'm supporting 1820 Wines. They were on this season, Amanda O'Brien and Alex Deniston. So, cheers to them. They came back as a semifinalist.
Awesome.
This is their blueberry. Yep.
So we've got a few questions from some fans. Maggie, my daughter's usually here, but Jen's filling in today.
Hi, Julene. All right.
Hi, Jen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
She's a pretty voice in the corner.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, she is very pretty. I've been watching your podcast.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Look at all the good-looking girls.
And so is Maggie.
I don't hold a candle to Maggie, but, All right. So Russ Frederick would like to know, what is one small business you think Maine is lacking?
Ooh, that's a great question.
We get such good questions from our social media peeps.
Yes, a
What would
small
we call them?
business that Maine is lacking.
What would you say? Everyone come up with an answer.
Well, I can like categorize it because I know we need more diverse businesses. So, anything that, I mean, we know that Portland is such a foodie town, and the restaurant scene is so great. So to add to that, especially now during the pandemic, would be great. But yeah, I mean, I feel like Maine has come a long way with having different kinds of businesses that we've seen, and especially innovative ones.
Well, I think that's it. I mean, that's the great thing about Maine is the innovation and the Yankee ingenuity. If somebody sees something's lacking, or they'll find a way to fill the void and start a business, and then just do it kind of as a hobby. It picks up, or they say, okay, this is what we're going to do. It's just, and I think having the infrastructure and everything in place, and stuff like Greenlight Maine to help promote that is just helping that same process along on a whole nother level.
Yeah. And personally, I would like to see like more big companies move here, like biotech, pharmaceuticals, you name it. Because
manufacturing jobs come back around.
Yeah, we need jobs. I mean, we need like that whole employee attraction, like move to Maine and we'll give you this package and this bonus and that type of thing. So I would love to just travel the country and just sell to like all these like big pharma and be like, set up a division in Maine, come here, get all these good paying jobs.
Well, I think with the pandemic is one thing you're going to see is people are going to start to move to Maine, more people, and work from home. And I know they're doing more with the infrastructure and the 5G and 6, whatever all those are. More people can move to Maine and work for a national company, but be based here. And the pandemic's just shown everyone how great we have it.
I know. That's the silver lining, isn't it? That,
we've always
you don't
known
have to be in the office, and people want to be in a place like Maine so they can get outside and explore. And one of our guests this year was Steve Smith from LL Bean, and they are like really helping position Maine as far as like move here, be an outsider, dress. You have to even like teach people how to dress differently for Zoom calls now. Like people are like
from the top up
their suits and, donating everything because it's so different, and I know I am totally scaling down my closet. 'Cause I'm like, when am I ever going to wear these like dress up clothes again? Maybe to a wedding, but even then.
Right.
Chase and I look for no stains on our work clothes and see what layer we can go down to when we go to the podcast room.
Yeah, I've given up on that.
I try to keep my newest Hammond sweatshirt that I get. Like I get Hammond's clothes. I'm like, okay, that's my one I can go out and like. But
right. You dress Carhartts.
It lasts like a week or once.
Yep.
Is that the green one that has the hood from Hammond?
Yeah, a lot of them.
My husband has one of those, and he wears it all the time. He loves that sweatshirt.
All right, we've got a couple more questions. Jan McNeil would like to know, what's the best way to advertise a company in Maine? Print, digital, TV, radio, word of mouth?
That is an excellent question, and that depends on what kind of business you have. But obviously, you want to go for, if you're a small business, what's affordable to your budget. And you can get so much traction out of, online social media. And of course, like if you start, and then there's this whole like earned media. So if you're doing something that sort of sets you apart, you can almost get, a story in your local paper. That's the best way to get going, because I know my marketing friends probably don't want me to say this, but you can blow like a ton in your budget by just, putting an ad in this place, an ad in that one, commercials there. So anything that you can measure is a good thing.
And Maine, it's a lot of word of mouth. If you got lobster bait, go down the docks. If you had a good fiddlehead season, go down the local bar, the supermarket.
Right.
It's so true.
Isn't
Word
it?
of mouth goes such a long way.
Yeah.
It really does. Like your reputation, your brand is everything. And it's such a small community. Like If you
It
don't
is.
know somebody that you know does. And that's what our entrepreneurs tell us is like, the best thing about Maine is that you can sit down and have a cup of coffee with anybody and they'll give you advice, free advice. And that doesn't happen in every state.
It's very true.
Yeah. Now, when you get, I've got another question about Greenlight. When you get to the semifinals and finals, is it still decided by a panel of judges, or does it go to a vote at that point? Is there ever
There's
voting?
always a panel of judges.
Okay.
Yes. And typically it's always a different panel.
Yep.
So, except for the college season, we do keep the same panel for the regular college series, but then we'll change up the judges again for the finale.
Gotcha.
So we get different eyes on these companies, which
Nice.
is great because it's another perspective of somebody else, like thinking like, okay, what do they need next? You know, who should they be talking to next?
Yeah.
Last
Awesome.
question.
Yeah, we have one more.
You guys have great questions,
And
by
they-
the way. This is awesome. Thank
Our
you.
viewers really make us look good.
Yes.
All the
thank
time.
you, yes.
Yes.
All right, so our last one is from Sue Shoemaker, and she says, Maine is so hot right now. Why do you think everyone is so interested in coming here? Is it our Maine ingenuity or something else?
I think it's a lot of different things. I think, well, first of all, what you guys have done for Maine is just unbelievable. I mean, like, not just from my own personal experiences, just first of all, like when I go back to Massachusetts or I travel a lot for my day job, because I do have a full-time day job. This is my side gig. People always come up to me that they know I'm from Maine and they ask me about you guys. I'm not kidding you. It's unbelievable. Like the last time I was away at a meeting, I was in Florida, and like, I think it was like at least 10 different people like approached me in one evening event and asked me about you guys. So I think that you guys have done so much. And then I think it's just the way people are changing. Well, first, like, Chase, you mentioned the remote workforce, that you can work from anywhere. You don't have to be in the office anymore. So people want to be in a place like Maine, that even though the real estate market has gone through the roof,
Crazy.
it is still affordable for so many people, you know, in New York, Boston, you name it. So they're just like coming here and scooping up property like nobody's business. So there's that. And then I think it's the people. I mean, Mainers, you know, I was a new Mainer once, and I remember just how people were so nice to me and so welcoming. And I hear that, like, I have new neighbors on my street. They moved here this past summer from Ohio, and they, like, just by like looking at houses, they could get that vibe of like the Maine way and the Maine culture. So it's like this tremendous recipe for success.
I think the word's gotten out. You know, we've always been, you know, you would say hi to your neighbors. You know, you go to New York City to like people like this, and it's weird to us. You know, you want to high five, hug people. You know, like it's just the way we are. And I think, you know, it's just gotten out in the last 20 years. You know, and I think a lot of it started with the beer scene and the food scene, and then these magazines and travel magazines, and now the TV shows. Like,
You think they're realizing we have running water and electricity?
yeah,
'Cause
we all have. Some of us have tar roads and like.
Yep. Cell service.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
think it's really the social media and the computers blowing up. Like, we were a hidden gem for a long time, and
Yeah.
I mean, think about some of the things you got asked in college. Like, do you guys have like running water? Do you live on a tarred road? Like,
No, absolutely.
the secret's out. Come on.
That is so funny. No, and I think that shift has probably been in the last like 20 years or so, right? Because I remember when I was in North Carolina and I told all my friends from Massachusetts that I was moving here, they said the same thing to me. They were like, are you going to have like a toilet?
Right.
Are you going to have an outhouse? I was like, are you kidding me?
We'll have both.
I've been there.
If you're really fancy, you have both.
You have both. That's right. But no, you don't hear that stuff anymore.
No.
Now it's like, wow, like you live in Maine. I love Maine. I really want to go there this summer. And last week we were with Cherie Scott from Mumbai to Maine, and she moved here from New Jersey. And she said that, when they were told, like, you guys got to go visit Maine, you're going to love it there. She was like, yeah, okay, we'll go on a vacation, but it's really cold there. I don't know about that place. And she said, shame on me, because when she came here, she's like, I am so moving to Maine. And I keep hearing that same story from people. So I think it's just going to improve over time.
Yep.
It is.
Absolutely. And we
And we definitely need that because we need people. We need to build the economy. I mean, we have an aging population. We need people to.
Well, Chase and I aren't helping that any. Well, maybe Chase has got some young kids, but I'm not.
I thought you
you
were
and me
getting
both,
old.
Jay.
Oh no, that's what I meant. That I remember. At least you added some young kids to this community.
Some for the both of us.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, Julene, thank you very much for joining us. So, Greenlight Maine, when is it? Where is it? And when can people find it?
Okay, so it's on Thursday nights at 8:00 on Maine Public.
Okay.
It is rebroadcasted, same episode, on Fridays at 3 and on Sundays at 5:30. Or you can watch all of our episodes on YouTube if you just look up Greenlight Maine, or our website, greenlightmaine.com. And then, of course, you can please like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And
Perfect.
Elevating Voices will be coming out.
April 29th
April
is
29th?
the first episode, April 29th. And the same thing, you'll be able to find all that through our web pages as well.
awesome.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very
Nice
much for
talking
joining
to
us.
you.
Thank you so much. This has been so much fun. So good to see you guys.
We'll see you at the Loaf sometime.
All right, we'll make that happen. Take care.
Yeah.
All right, and now we are on to Project Pointers, brought to us by Durevent. Submit a short 20 to 30-second video to podcast@mainecabinmasters.com to talk about what you've got for a problem with your camp, and we will try and answer it as best we can. Submit your name, location, as much detail as you can provide. We can provide as much detail as well. So keep the questions coming, and we have a video.
We do. I have a little side note, though.
Okay.
Apparently, people are having a hard time uploading their videos via email because the files are too big.
Oh.
So if you have an issue, you can you can open a Vimeo account and you upload it to that, and then you send us the link. There's different ways to do it, and we're trying to figure out a better way because
I would never
think
send
a
one if that was
lot of videos aren't coming through.
Oh.
I'm getting delivery incomplete notifications.
Or they could put it on YouTube.
They could put it on YouTube. You could even
Can they post it to our YouTube page?
no.
No.
You can send it Facebook message. Most likely I will get it, and then I can forward it to the email. But
That's out of our hands, so hopefully.
right. So basically, if you're having issues uploading the video, be creative.
And ask Jen. She'll help you.
That makes me happy, though, that they've been listening. We could be beating it into them. Send us videos. So thank you, guys. We love
And
you.
this week's video is brought to us by...
Durevent.
Durevent.
But no, who
Durevent.
submitted the video?
Kim.
Kim, here we go. Thank you, Kim.
Hey, Chase and Ryan, this is Kim from Johns Creek, Georgia. So here's my question. We have a concrete pad that is half under a screen porch and half under a deck. The part that's under the deck consistently gets this green mold on it, and we pressure wash it all the time and try to get rid of it. Is there anything else we can do? Thanks so much.
Kim, thank you for the question.
Yeah.
That's an easy one.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of times. So there's a deck above her. You just got to build a little gutter system, and it can be as fancy as they do make a product that your specialty hardware store will have. I can't remember the name of it. Or you could fabricate something with yourself for less money with metal roofing panels.
Yeah. And if you do want to, if you pressure wash it and if you want to clean it really good, funny thing is, I was just cleaning out that's what I meant to bring today. I was just cleaning out the basement of Higgins Street, and I found a stash of years and years worth of paint and cleaning products. And I found a gallon jug of concrete and driveway cleaner. It's some sort of acid. I don't know the exact name, but they say you just pour it on, wash it off, and it will clean it pretty good. So there are cleaning products out there available, but then, some roofing panels. I think that's your go-to answer for everything.
Roofing panels. Throw a roofing panel at it.
And it also depends on where you are in the country. Down south, Georgia area, you probably have a little bit more issues with mold and mildew. Acorns, leaves, and stuff can also stain the concrete, but they definitely make a good cleaner, a good safe cleaner. Just because it's an acid doesn't necessarily mean it's toxic or dangerous. Vinegar is an acid, so you
Good
can
old
even,
vinegar.
You know,
Vinegar
that will
cleans
help
anything.
get rid of.
But I do hate that. I got to power wash my house this spring. Now I think about it. What a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Vinyl may be final, but it takes the mold pretty well. Thank you, Kim.
Yeah, thanks for the question, and keep them coming. And now we are on to questions from the fans.
All right, we have some good ones today. Barbara White would like to know, why does Ryan have such a wonderful Maine accent and the rest of the guys and Ashley don't show any accent even though they were born in Maine?
We hide it well.
I wonder why.
Get a few beers and us hanging out, and you'll hear a pretty good accent, I find.
So I'm always drunk, Barbara. No, I don't know. I wonder this.
I feel like it kind of matters if your parents have thick accents.
Do my parents have thick accents? Is it because I talk so fast?
I think it.
I don't know.
I don't really notice it, but I'm from Maine.
I do remember, though, like the first time I moved out west, I worked in this restaurant in Steamboat Springs, and all the waitresses, the cute waitress, like, oh, we love your accent. So I definitely played it up then. So it might be from that. It probably is, actually. So play those cute waitresses 25 years ago in Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
And I think accents get thicker the older you get. Do you think that's true?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, everyone says I have a thick one. I didn't think it was any thicker than the rest of yours.
Yeah.
But
I think it depends where you are. Like if you're out on the ice fishing, everybody's accent gets a
True.
lot thicker.
And later at night.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The more comfortable you are.
Yeah, and the more beers you have and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay,
Good
Joe would like to know what kind of screws you guys use in the projects.
GRKs are our favorite.
GRKs all the way.
We love GRK. And
Best screw ever.
GRK is the best screw ever. That's a great marketing. That's a
Best
tagline.
screw ever.
Ever. And short, small story. I was in a big hardware store, big box store, and I see 25-pound box of Starbit, same screws, for a third of the price. So I loaded up. I bought like 8 of them, thought I was all smart, dropped them off at all the trailers, gave some to Chase. And the moral of the story is you get what you pay for.
But to be fair, they worked great with the
right.
non-GRK bit.
They worked better.
Yeah.
But I have taken a GRK screw and another screw and screwed them.
Yes, absolutely.
GRK is faster, harder, better.
Yep. And
Screw.
yes, it's true. I've gotten to the point where I take any flathead screws and I just
Chuck them.
chuck them. You know, I like cleaning out the basement of Higgins Street. Just boxes and boxes of hardware, all that stuff. Any flathead screws? Nope.
That's all. If Chase chucks it, I mean, that's something. So we are onto something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, all you could use was sheetrock screws for years. I hate nothing worse than going in, doing demo a sheetrock screw and like this and that.
Yep.
But people are going to hate taking away our stuff because you got you need the whole kit. You got a
Yep.
T10, T15, T25. Then you get the spider bit, the T40.
Yep.
We're lucky, man. We are very lucky these days.
And we've got a unspoken rule on the job sites. I don't know if it's a rule or a, but I agreed to buy galvanized nails for the nail guns as long as people didn't just drop the nails when they pulled out on the ground.
And at the end of the job, they do a pretty good job.
Yeah. But because we're working on sites where a lot of people are running around barefoot, we try and keep as much nails off the ground as possible. And I remember that being a big discussion.
I mean, I've always been working around hippies, so I've always picked up my screws.
Screws and cigarette butts.
Hate it. Oh.
All right, PJ Smith would like to know, when Ashley was on the podcast with Mary Engelbright, it looked like she was wearing a new ring, Ryan.
Oh.
Did she finally get a wedding ring? What's the story about why she never had one?
Ashley submitted that question.
No,
She's
she
PJ.
didn't. I pulled it from the emails today.
Ashley Smith.
PJ Smith.
She got a very nice new ring, and I don't know why we waited so long.
Did you buy it for her?
I bought it for her. It's a Christmas present. It was a culmination of a lot of things together. And, because I've been thinking about it, and then I didn't do it. And then and Ashley doesn't really care about girly stuff like that for the most part. But then this summer I had a conversation with a friend of a friend. Her name was Chaya, and she was a goldsmith. And it was just like, okay, I can support this local Maine artist. And then I'm okay, let's go. Let's roll with this. I found it just came to me, this cool goldsmith, jewelry maker, and I kind of went with that. And yeah, so it's a wedding band. I mean, mine was $60. That thing was great, you know.
Are there diamonds in it?
Yeah,
It's very pretty.
it's very pretty. I spent a lot of money on it, but she was worth it. So I didn't think I'd have to buy anything, but of course her birthday came up. She had a whole birthday week. Well, I still haven't had the. Well, she wants a party or a wedding reception someday, so maybe 10 years. Who knows?
Yeah.
Can I plan it?
She's gonna have to hold off on that.
Still haven't had
That's a
house
good eye,
warming.
though, PJ. Good eye.
All right, we have one more. This is another Ryan question. Who is pictured in the green steal your face on your T-shirt?
That's a good question. So that is my good friend Tim Sullivan. That shirt was very heavy in the rotation for a long time, and it was his 40th birthday party. So it's our buddy Tim for his 40th birthday party down in Portland. We had those made up, so we all have them. I ended up with like 3 of them. Ashley has one, and it's him as a young kid. But the funny thing about that was there's a picture of him same day, like 20 minutes later, and he is just pouting, and his mom almost put that on. So we're always like, oh, I wish she would have put that one on. But yeah, that's Tim Sullivan. He's in a great band called the Maine Dead Project. You can check them out on YouTube. We've had him play here. Yeah,
Did his mom make the T-shirt?
No, I think Jay McClure made the
Got
T-shirt.
it.
Yeah,
She supplied the photo.
she supplied the photo. Now he's famous, and on the back it says "Bound to cover a little more ground."
Nice.
Good questions.
Yeah.
I was in the hot seat today.
Excellent. So yeah, thanks for the questions. Keep them coming. Keep the questions, comments moving along. We
Ask
love
them about somebody else next time.
That's right. And, we still are constantly getting great new products at Kennebec Cabin Company. This week, we are showing off some woodworking products by KAM Woodworking. It's Keith McAllister. He's based in Harrison, Maine, and he does some pretty incredible woodworking. We love to show off local talent and craftsmanship. I've got
What you got?
beautiful coat rack that is made with some antique maple spiles, which I thought was fitting because we're pretty close to tapping season. In fact, I probably should have it should be running by now. I should have my taps. in my
Next week
trees.
you're gonna want them. It's supposed to be nice.
Yeah, but I've got all the lines run, so all I have to do is just plug them in and then.
My brother already boiled down half gallon.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that he came up with a half gallon.
After he boiled it.
So that's what
20 gallons?
20 gallons.
Yeah.
So it's 40 to 1.
Yep.
And I got a cool little iPad stand over here. Cord comes up through. It could be for your phone. But a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah. And check out the store online or stop into the retail store. It's open. It's going to be open 7 days a week, starting very soon. But right now, closed Mondays and Tuesdays.
And tentatively, Maine Maple Sunday, we might do something.
Yeah.
Boil some stuff down.
We could just bring a evaporator tray and put it over the fire pit.
Perfect. Tom will whip one up after
Yeah,
that.
right. Exactly. Yeah, so Maggie's not here, but Jen's got last week's trivia question.
And again, so if once you know the answer, send it to podcast@mainecabinmasters.com. And that's been working well, finally.
Yeah, it does.
How long did it take us to figure that out?
Well, we got a letter today that's finishing it off.
That was from season 1.
Oh, we forgot to send a shirt?
Yeah.
But
But
they
I'm
were
on it.
smart enough to send a letter and be like, hey, this is my size and address.
Who was it?
I'm not going to call anybody out.
It was a yellow shirt, wasn't it?
Yellow
Yellow
The
shirt.
shirts are green.
No, but it wasn't the first one.
I have no idea.
I'm not gonna sell my little nieces under the bus, but pretty sure I reminded them that a couple times. Yeah, well, season 1 we did one. It sat in the other room, and
I
Right.
did just send 4 out myself, so I'm not exactly.
We'll
on
get to it.
top
We'll
of
get to it.
But
We'll
we
get to
send
it.
them out. It might be a little delay.
Yep.
But you will get your shirts.
Absolutely.
and just remember we are carpenters more than anything, but we love you guys all. All right, back to the question.
Okay, so last week's question was, which one of the major Kennebec bridges was swept away downriver in the Great Flood of 1936?
Chase said he knew it.
It was the Augusta Bridge.
I was gonna say Richmond.
Ryan was actually right.
Dang
The
it!
Richmond-Dresden Bridge.
That's good.
The Richmond-Dresden Bridge has a lot of history in my family because my dad was a bridge inspector for the state of Maine forever. So remember when it was the old green one and
Yeah.
you go wah 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 and it had all the grids. Well, my stepmom Maureen, her job, there was a little apartment up there. people had to live in the bridge in the summer, right? To turn it.
Yeah.
That was her job. She'd be up there, sit in the sun. Like we'd go visit her. Like it was. I think
Really?
it was like 12 hours on, 12 hours off in the Richmond Bridge.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think she listened to a lot of BLM and did the other things they did in the 70s.
BLM was right down the road then.
Yeah, in Litchfield.
Yeah, right in the trailer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now they got that fancy new bridge.
Yep.
That thing's wild. You come down, it goes way up.
Yeah.
That other one used to freak me out. I heard on a motorcycle it was treacherous.
I bet. And then in the flood of '87, it was going over it,
Over it, yeah.
but it didn't wash it away. There we go.
There we go.
Like I always say, it's better to be lucky than smart.
Now that pulls on your old DOT heritage.
I got to use that again. All right, new question.
All right. I'm kind of excited about this one. Elvis Presley died less than 48 hours before he was to perform where?
Oh, I know this one.
You do?
Absolutely.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Right. Do you know it?
I know this one, yeah.
You do? All right. We'll
My
see who wins it
Aunt
first.
Sharon was extremely pregnant with Ryan, and she was supposed to go to the concert.
Waiting in line 48 hours before.
That's right. So if you think you know the answer,
Send it in, podcast.
send it in.
And no Googling the answers either. No cheating.
Oh, can I bring up something totally random?
Sure.
Yes.
So the whole vaccine thing going around, there's a thing going around with Elvis getting a vaccine. Did he get sick from a shot or something? Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Elvis?
Yeah, there's all this like things on social media. It's like vaccine this, vaccine that, and it shows Elvis.
Elvis is dead.
I know that, but they're insinuating that Elvis got a shot and something bad happened. So I didn't know if you guys knew. If anyone knows, send us some information.
Huh? No, that's out of my realm.
That's me staying right on track.
Random Ryan.
Random Ryan. It's a new segment. Another fun episode.
Another fun episode. Thank you to Julene Gervais for joining us. Thanks, Jen, for helping out again. And thank you to our sponsors, Nelma, Hero Media Arts, Hammond Lumber Company. From the Woodshed, we'll be talking to you.